System of a Down is my favorite metal band of all time, and even if you don't give a shit about metal, there's a 0% chance that you haven't heard the song Chop Suey at some point in your life, and if you haven't, then I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, Chop Suey is far and away their most popular song, and this is the song that Lil Uzi Vert chose to cover on their latest album. I hardly know a fucking thing about Lil Uzi Vert besides the fact that they're a rapper, and I'm pretty sure the last time I heard a song of theirs was back in high school because I had friends that loved blasting rap music all the time, and I'm pretty sure Lil Uzi Vert is one of the artists that they enjoyed blasting all the time. But anyway, I heard that Uzi's Chop Suey cover was fucking awful, and going into it, I wasn't expecting anything great, but I was definitely expecting the reaction to be overblown. And I thought for sure most of the hate was coming from insufferable metal elitists who were like, this is a rap artist covering a metal song. Sacrilege! So then I played the song, and oh my god. Holy fucking shit. It is so much fucking worse than I was expecting. Genuinely one of the worst covers I have ever fucking heard. Uzi's voice is so horribly off key throughout the entirety of the song, and it's already evident within like 15 seconds in when they're singing over the acoustic intro. And that's my problem with this cover. Uzi's voice does not fit the song at all. The instrumentation is fine, it doesn't stray away from the original at all, so whatever, nothing noteworthy to talk about there. But their voice, their fucking voice, man, holy shit. Who the fuck in the studio told them that this was a good cover? And not to mention their voice is also buried in like 10,000 fucking layers of auto-tune, further solidifying that their voice is not fit for this song. If your voice is incapable of hitting certain notes and you need auto-tune to help you out, then maybe, just maybe, you should have picked another song to fucking cover. Or if you feel like you absolutely have to cover this song for whatever reason, change up the song, make the song your own, and make it into something that suits your voice better. A song cover doesn't always have to be 100% faithful to the original, in my opinion at least. For example, look at the original When the Levee Breaks. It was a little acoustic ditty from the 1920s that was only like 3 minutes long, and look at what Led Zeppelin did with it. My apologies for even remotely comparing Led Zeppelin to Lil Uzi Vert. That was just the first example that popped into my mind, but the point still stands regardless. The cover doesn't have to be beat by beat, just like the original, but perhaps Lil Uzi was better off not covering this song at all because System of a Down is such a unique and weird band, and I mean weird in the best possible sense, and that means covering them is a pretty daunting task. And if you want to make a faithful cover of a System of a Down song, I say there's a certain energy and charisma that you have to be able to recapture, and I'm sorry, Lil Uzi's voice just doesn't do it for me. I am perfectly fine with artists straying away and covering songs that are not within the genre they usually play, but they just have to be able to pull it off. Whoever is in their ear telling them, yeah, your System of a Down cover was fire, you absolutely fucking killed it, needs to be yanked away from them immediately. This whiny, auto-tuned mess can go into the fucking bin. And as an aside, fuck autotune. I don't know why artists are so insistent on using this shit. It doesn't sound fucking good. It doesn't make your voice sound better or any of that shit. In fact, it makes your voice sound even fucking worse because you sound like a fucking AI trying to sing a song. If your voice can't hit certain notes, then either practice more or don't fucking attempt at all. And there's no shame in that because certain voices suit different styles. Kinda like how Lil Uzi Vert's voice suits the style of music they usually play, and does not fit at all with the style of music that System of a Down plays. And I find it funny that Uzi's cover of Chop Suey isn't actually called Chop Suey, it's only called CS, and out of curiosity, I looked at the album that this cover is from, and none of the other song titles are abbreviated like this. It's almost like an acknowledgement that the cover is shit, and they're like, take your attention away from this song, listen to the other songs on this album instead. I know there's probably a completely different reason as to why the song is only called CS, but that's my personal headcanon. Fuck you if you try to correct me. But anyways, I owe an apology to Machine Gun Kelly because I thought his cover of Aerials last year was the worst System of a Down cover I've ever heard, but this, holy shit, this blows that completely out of the water. And I was almost gonna say this was even worse than Puddle of Mud's cover of About a Girl by Nirvana, but I don't know, that's still a catastrophe on a whole other level. But even still, this cover isn't that much better. But there is a silver lining here, and that silver lining is hopefully this cover introduces quite a bit of Lil Uzi Vert fans to System of a Down, and they can listen to the actual song and other System of a Down songs to cleanse themselves from this fucking awful cover. I know I definitely need to cleanse myself right now because even just talking about that cover makes me feel dirty. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.